Dans le Morning Live, on commence par les chiffres. Alors, qu'est-ce que vous dites?
Deux emboîtages à fond.
Merci. Luca?
Everyone gets together in the Morning Live. That's the name of our meeting, because we don't want to become too serious. Because we're not an army, we're a team. It's very different. Everyone plays a role that is different. Everyone gets respected for the role he does, whatever role it is. And that creates a sensation that I'm not less important than anyone else in this company. Some people feel much more respected than before. And this is the concept behind saying, they are my colleagues. So everyone is in pursuit of beauty. Everyone has taken the Czapek dream and make it his or hers, and is trying to create something on top of it to go even further.
Merci pour le coup de pouce. Merci à Nico qui n'arrête pas. Et bon travail. Ok?
Merci.
Ciao.
The evolution of Czapek since last year has been impressive to my eyes, I would say. In 2023, the brand was still perceived somehow as a newcomer, and the Antarctique shed the light on the brand for many collectors for whom we were not on the radar before. So we were still the newcomers in the market of high-end watchmaking. But more and more, nowadays, Czapek is perceived as an independent maison, not a newcomer, not a startup brand anymore. So I think this is the most visible evolution of the brand. We developed a signature design, and it's visible more and more throughout the years. The proof is that we start having been copied. So probably when you become a maison, you also have to deal with that. But yet, although being perceived as a maison, we feel we're still the underdog.
We are in Watches and Wonder, Palexpo, Geneva. So this is Czapek's third Watches and Wonder. We are now used to it, and we see that people are also used to us. So we are part of the decor now. So day one was strange. We all heard about the market slowdown due to the overall slowdown of the economy. And we could feel that in some part of the world, things were not easy. So we were like, yeah, maybe we are going to have some cancellations. We don't know. And then second day, it started warming up. Yesterday was crazy. Everybody was there, and we had so many orders, elements, excitement. That really was fantastic. So we're not back to the craziness of the last years, and that's good. We've moved from 450 watches to 1,050 watches last year. And we're not going to continue to double. We're very happy with this number. This is where we want it to be. And we thought we would need, with all the investment we made, to sell many more watches. And we don't. So we are going to slow down and to keep that number. This is the best number for us. It's a small company, 25 people. There is so much time, so much effort dedicated to make a mechanical watch that we don't want to be in this craze of the last years. We prefer to go a little bit slower, to sell less watches, and only to collect rare people. The new Promenade Collection was a big question mark for us and for me. And one of the most difficult steps when you create a new collection is the pricing. At what price should you sell it? And I was testing, I thought initially that we would sell the good dough at 20,000. It was a round number, it was a good number, it was a logic number. When you looked at costs and everything, it was a good number. And I asked around, and some people told me, yeah, but 21, 22, 25,000, it's so incredible. And then I kind of felt that the market was changing, and that was not the right route. Because I had the feeling that the craze of 22, 23 was also like when you've got fever, and that the engine of the industry was overheating, and that everybody was bringing prices up like as if it was not counting, No, this is real money. These are expensive watches. They represent a lot of work. They have a lot of value, but they are expensive in the end. And so I decided to take a complete different route. And maybe that's a brilliant idea or a complete mistake, I don't know yet. But I decided to price the Good Dough and the Promenade Collection at the lowest possible, remaining normal, cutting all our costs to the maximum. And that's why we decided to price it at 18,000 and 17,350 for the guilloche. So it's a very attractive price. And that's a gamble, that's a bet, We don't know yet if this is too low and people are like, yeah, or the contrary, this is a genius decision. Watches are very unique in the luxury industry because watches are talking to the right side and the left side of the brain. And you cannot dissociate them. Normally in a luxury product, you only talk about the beauty, the design, the branding, all these elements that create the goosebumps and you want the products. Absolutely. Here most of the people, they also think about, the mechanics. Explain me, how did you do it? And they really make their brain work, And then they think about, is it a good investment I'm making? Am I right to buy that watch? Will I resell it one day or will I keep it for many years? And that brings that the both sides of the brain are talking to each other. And that makes watches probably the most interesting and difficult products in the luxury. Because you have to resolve this equation between rational and emotional. And that was the trigger of my decision. To actually slow down, calm, make the price the best possible, to collect rare people for who they are. We call this season Beyond Antarctique because when we reached that summit, we felt like, okay, and what we do next, What is after the Antarctic? And the fear we all had was to actually be stuck as a one model brand that would represent 80% of the sales, and that would be the only image of the brand. Some people say to us, what is your iconic model? And we were tempted to say the Antarctic. But then many collectors told us, no, it's the Quai des Bergues, your iconic model. And we felt like, yeah, we need to destroy the walls of the prison we're building. We need to cut that, we need to destroy that. We need to show that the Antarctic is just a fantastic step in the evolution. And actually, the Antarctic is going to be a ramp for us, but we are just the jumper. It's not the Antarctic, and we'll go way beyond the Antarctic, thanks to the Antarctic. So, Beyond Antarctic is all the possibilities that are open. And what is in the end of the 4 years plan of Ambroise behind me? The minute repeater. But it would have been stupid to start with the minute repeater, because it was too much of a challenge. We would have needed too much help to make it ours. Now we know we're continuing to learn to do movement from scratch. And therefore, we'll be able to make a minute repeater that will resemble no other minute repeater. And that will be totally Czapek.